Hello, my name is Harry, and today we're going to be reading a page of the Bible. Every day we're going to pick a different page just randomly, and today we randomly picked Isaiah 12:5. It's page 540 in the English Standard Version. We're going to go somewhat slow just to help people understand that the Bible, yes, it is God's word in theory through people, but it's also just an understanding of how to see the world in a different way. Um, so we're just going to break it down a little bit because the Bible can be long and boring, and I just think people need to understand the idea of the depth behind the Bible and not just the reading in it. And I think that's what's going to separate accessing Christ consciousness and believing in God. There's a difference, and I hope that my ability to understand the Bible can help someone else. So we're going to start off where it says, "Give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the peoples, proclaim that his name is exalted, sing praises to the Lord, for he has done gloriously. Let this be known in all the earth, shout and sing for joy, for great in your midst is the Holy One of Israel." This part at the beginning, right at the end of Isaiah 12, the start of that is, "The Lord is my strength and my song," and when it comes to music, in a sense, you can speak to God or speak through God in music in a lot of the ways because you are making it known and articulating out in a way that you are trying to put in place a word or a message that brings people to feel a way that can help them in a sense. And that, in a way, is bringing them closer to God because you are putting yourself out there to bring them into something, to bring them to feel an emotion that helps them feel secure or happy or in the moment or something, or in like you're bringing that emotion to feel. And that's the literal idea. That's the surface level. What he's really saying is no matter the context, sing for joy, sing for God, thank God, because even in his worst moments, even in your worst moments, God is there. But just thank him, just thank him, just thank him, because you never know when he will actually help you, or in your words, actually help you, you know? Um, I think he's just saying that the deeds that you do, whether or not you get results from them right away, you have to thank for what, like, you got to be thankful for the opportunity to help someone because not everyone is able to have enough to be able to give to someone, you know? The judgment of Babylon. The oracle concerning Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz saw. On a bare hill raise a signal, cry aloud to them, wave the hand for them to enter. The gates of the nobles. I myself have commanded my consecrated ones, and have summoned my mighty men to execute my anger, my proudly exulting ones. The sound of a tumult on the mountains, as great as the multitude, the sound of an uproar of kingdoms, the Lord of hosts mustering a host for battle. They come from a distant land, from the end of the heavens, and the Lord and the weapons of the indignation to destroy the whole land. Wail, for the day the Lord is near, as destruction from the Almighty will come. Therefore their hands will feel, and every human will melt. They will be dismayed. Pangs and agony will seize them, and they will be anguished like a woman in labor, and they will look aghast from one another, and their faces will be aflame. And behold, the day the Lord comes, cruel with wrath, fierce anger, to make the land of desolation and destroy the sinners from it. For the stars of the heavens and their constellations will not give their light, and their sun will be dark as its rising, and the moon will not shed its light. And I will not punish the world for evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. I will put an end to the pomp of their arrogance, and lay low for the pompous pride of the ruthless. We're gonna stop it right here just because seems like a really harsh, and a lot of people could stop reading right here. And I can see why. Because why would you want to believe in something that would do that to somebody or people? But I hope you're not reading it and ending it there, because what he's really saying is, in a sense, karma is real. And if you know something if you know there's a possibility of something real and you don't give light to it and you don't give it a chance and you keep going against that thing, and that thing keeps happening, and the things that you're having problems with keep happening, and then you question it, and then you still don't even give light to the thing that you know might be real. Like, you know, there might be a little factor involved, but you still don't try that way. But it keeps the things that are in your life that keep happening just keep going wrong. So what's going to happen until that thing changes? The same things. It's just repetitive cycles until you're able to break the cycles in front of you. I will make people more rare fine gold, and mankind than gold of Ophir. Therefore I will make the heavens tremble, and the earth will be shaken out of its place at the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of the fierce anger. And like a hunted gazelle, or like sheep with none to gather them, each will turn to his own, and will each flee to his own land. Whoever is found will be thrust through, and whoever is caught will fall by a sword. Their infants will be dashed in pieces before their eyes, and their houses will be plundered, and their wives ravished. Behold, I am stirring up the Medes against them, who have no regard for silver, and do not delight in gold. Their bows will slaughter the young men, and they will have no mercy on the fruit of the womb, and their eyes will not pity children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, splendor, and pomp the Chaldeans, and they will Sodom and Gomorrah. When God overthrew them, it will never be inhabited, or lived with for all generations. No Arab will pitch his tent there, no shepherd will make flocks lie down there, but wild animals will lie down there, and their houses will be full of howling creatures. Those ostriches will dwell, and there will be goats that will dance, and hyenas will cry in its towers, and jackals in its pleasant places. Its time is close at hand, and the days will be prolonged. We're just going to summarize this for the next, I'm probably going to finish this video at 10 minutes just to make it pretty easy for people to understand. So he's basically saying that, once again, if we keep living in a way that we disregard the opportunity of God being real, or an opportunity of there being something bigger, and we don't change our ways and hate war, even in this way, right? He says that all these references about the animals will be happy in the end. If you guys want to talk about climate change, he's referencing climate change here. He's saying that the more that we keep doing this, the more that humans destroy themselves within each other, the more that they keep living in sin, the more that they keep living in hatred and not living within the intuition of Christ, they're going to keep having these things happen, and then these cycles will eventually destroy, and then, like the dinosaurs, like the things before, will be gone. And then it'll just be these animals that God's pure intentions, God's pure creations that will be shown. And they will live in God's world, appreciating God's nature, because they're living like they should. They're living happy. They're living free. They're living without the temptation. They're not, And that's what God's saying is, if we keep living in an idea of ego and hatred and war and fighting, that everything around us will crumble, and the things that were here before us will stay because they appreciated what they had before we were given what we wanted. And when we were given what we wanted, how were we able to use it? Because in no timeline did we ever have as much as we have now. But with that, what are we doing with it? Who are we giving it to? How much are those people in power getting checked for it? What will they do when they get more? It's all about ego. And if that ego doesn't get checked, there will be consequences. Karma is real, and it will show. That was the first page. I hope to do this every day. I will try my best to. Have a good day. See you next time.